Uh, Good evening, friends around the world. You are welcome to Prime Testimony Channel. First of all, I want to thank all of you that watch my videos from around the world for giving me the necessary feedback that is encouraging me to do more. I will encourage you to continue watching these videos, subscribe, like them, and then leave comments and also share with friends around the world. Tonight's topic, a very important one of course, is titled Honor Your Father and Your Mother, that you may live long. This very important commandment that regulates our life is an issue that we have to look at it critically, especially as younger persons. The second aspect says that you may live long. So in full, we say, honor your father and your mother, that you may live long. There are several factors that account for younger people departing this world early. It can be through God's own plan, it can be through ill health, as a result of war, can be wrong medication, or maybe lack of cooperation between the younger patient and then the doctor, or it can be through wrong medication or some other inexplicable reasons. There is an Akan expression that is called Tiasi Ewu or Tiasi Ewu. In English, it means living dead. It means that one may not be physically dead, but it means something is hovering around your well-being. You cannot vividly, describe, but careful study and honest, soul searching tells you that all is not well. It means that you are alive, but maybe all is not well. Probably because of something that you did to your parents, or something that you did against your parents, or to some other older people. Honoring your father and your mother means treating anybody who is older than you with great respect. It means treating your own biological parents with respect. It means you being an adopted child, treating the people that adopted you with respect, being obedient, to them. And in honoring them, you have to honor them at home. You have to honor them on the streets, at school. The kind of training that your parents give you must honor them. At work, same. And most importantly, in the absence of your parents, wherever you are, you have to honor them. Let me give an example. As a younger person, you may grow and go and marry. You honor your parents by exhibiting a lifestyle that you were taught from childhood until the time you grew up and took a wife or took a husband. So you have to honor them everywhere you go. There is this also a kind of expression that we call nanankanso or nanankansua. Literally, it means a granny or a grandparent whose ear you cannot touch. It is proverbial. All they are trying to express or to mean is that you should not even dream of ever hating beating an older person or somebody who is very, 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 very old. So that is why we use Nanankansu or Nanankansua to mean a great grandfather or a great mother. It means that you should not even try. That is why in Akans, among the Akans in Ghana, in West Africa, if you dare hit your father or your grandfather, usually what they tell you is that what it means that you have reduced your days on earth. And it is spiritual, it works. So in honoring them, irrespective of whatever challenge you may have with them, it is not a blessing for you to ever touch or hit your father. It is different when you are rescuing your mother from a father who is also beating the wife. That is where you may sometimes use some either minimum or maximum force to rescue that person or your mother who may be suffering that way. But apart from that, you try as much as possible never, ever to hit or to beat, your child. At this time, I want you to pause as we reason together. What do you expect if you engage in cybercrime, where you find some clandestine way to steal monies that belongs to somebody who is retired, to those negative or those bad things that people engage in when that elderly person takes a deep sigh and say that, God, see my situation. Deal with the fellow who did that to me. My brother, you may never have peace on this earth. What do you expect if you refuse to be careful with words and your actions? What do you expect if you refuse your parents' advice and take in excessive alcohol? What do you expect if you change multiple sex partners against the advice of your parents or any elderly people who might have cautioned you or counseled you to watch your ways? What do you expect if you insult your seniors and denigrate people who are far older than you, all in the name of politics? Sometimes younger people who have not had any experience in life or have not had much experience in life insult elderly people, make no nonsense of their achievements, mishandle them. What do you expect to gain? Do you expect to live long? Remember, the scripture says that you have to honor your father and you have to honor your mother so that you may live long. Today, I have taken my time and I'm speaking slowly because it's a very important subject that we must take our time to digest so that we'll be able to do things right. In times past, it was only older people that were dying. Occasionally, you will hear younger people dying. These days, people depart us? As I told you earlier, there are so many reasons. Some could be natural, others. But with reference to this scripture, I believe others also depart us early because of some of these things that they do against other people. The scripture says that he that would love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil. For that reason, be careful what comes out of your mouth, especially when you are talking about an adult, when you are talking about your parents, when you are talking about the people whom the Lord has placed in positions over you. The kind of honor that you have to give our parents, we have to extend the same to our leaders whom the Lord has placed over us. Yes, we may say, that guy is my classmate. But yes, he's your president, so you have to honor him. You may say, oh, she's my classmate. Yes, it is true. But she's your supervisor. You have to honor her. So that guy is my classmate. Yes, it is agreed. But he has been enthroned as a king, a chief, or a queen mother in a particular traditional area. So you have to honor him. You may be a student, but remember that guy has been placed there as your course prefect. So you have to honor him or have to honor her. You are required to honor whoever has been placed in authority over you. Whether you even voted for the person during the selection process or you did not. Once the person has been placed over you, you have to honor that person, as you are required to honor your father and your mother, so that you will live long. Yes, I admit that fathers and mothers may not always get things right in their decisions. But even where you have to disagree with them, you have to do that honorably and determine in your heart that as much as it depends upon you, you will not dishonor them. That is why you have to humbly draw their attention to what you see as wrong. Remember, you have to purpose in your heart not to dishonor them, even in your disagreement. And for that reason, be careful how you close that door. Do not bang it in such a way that when it becomes necessary for you to return through the same door, you will find it difficult. You may not get the confidence to come, all because of the way you bang that door. This is proverbial, and I believe you understand me. The scripture also enjoins parents not to provoke their children into anger. And for that reason, I humbly plead with you as parents and as elderly people that recognize your children when they grow up and they have to take their own decisions. You can guide them, but we must also ensure that we do not provoke them. My brother and my sister, we have to honor our parents. We have to be careful the way we speak to our elders and people in authority, especially those involved in politics. We should remember that it is not merely respecting our mothers and our fathers, but there's an addition to it that says that in doing so, we shall live long. I hope you have patiently and carefully listened to this discussion I'm having with you. I will meet you again same time next week. But do not forget to share. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to like the content, and do not forget to leave comments. This is your friend Ato Brentishan from Prime Testimony Channel. Good night.